Welcome to episode 144 of How About Them Huskies. As always, I'm your host, Connor, joined by Matt and Andrew, and a very special guest, recently officially signed to UConn for next year, the number 28 prospect in the 24/7 class of 2026, Junior County. Junior, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, my bad. I think I just froze right there. I'm doing great, just been getting ready for the season and just been, just working. So
Yeah, I know you mentioned to me we were trying to figure out a time to do this. You had practice at 5 a.m. this morning. I know we'll probably be talking mostly about UConn in this episode here, but I want to start with where you are now in high school. I mean, what are your goals for this season? Both maybe one part like for the team, which I can guess what you're going to say for that, but personally, what are you trying to achieve like maybe on the court this year?
really just try to get the most out of the season and just the most out of the year, really just try to improve as much as possible. This being my senior year, going into college, just trying to get, college, ready prep and just prepare for that next level and then win while doing it. So
Getting kind of into your whole recruiting process, your top five consists of Maryland, Arizona, Purdue, and Indiana, which are, along with UConn, which are some fantastic programs. But we kind of asked this same question ish with recruits, and it's always different. But we want to know kind of what was a big standout in Dan Hurley's staff that was completely different from all four of those other schools that made you really want to come to UConn.
I mean, I had a really close relationship with all the coaches on the staff, like Kamani, Murray, Mike, and then of course Hurley. And so, it was just I felt super comfortable and just it felt like home when I was there.
And this could be either, throughout the whole process or, on your visit or whatnot. Do you feel like there was a specific moment where it kind of clicked in your head, like UConn is the place for me. It's a little different than the other places.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say during practice, I kind of had one of those moments, and then that night when I was with the team, and we were on the practice court, watching like just games and stuff and just chilling. I'd say that was one.
Yeah, and I think now that you guys officially signed, we can talk about this legally. What's your relationship like with Colvin Landry? I don't know how well you know him. You were the two that signed yesterday, the two freshmen as of now in the class. I mean, how close are you with him? How excited are you guys to really get going once you guys get to Storrs in the spring or summer?
I mean, we've crossed paths here and there. And so, we've been pretty connected just throughout the years. I see him all over the place. And so, it was I was really excited when he committed, and so, I hit him up and stuff. So we've been in touch, but super excited to come in next year with him.
And you're going into a very, some would say, high intensity program here at UConn over the past 5 or 10 years since Hurley's come in and kind of taken over. Um, I did say it's kind of known for its high intensity. Are you ready to come in? Are you excited to come in and kind of work your tail off in practice every day and become a part of this culture?
Yes, sir, for sure. For sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited. That's just part of it. So
How are you feeling about the atmosphere of campus and Gamble Pavilion as a whole? Are you excited to come and play in front of these students and fans?
yeah, for sure. I mean, I like the calmness of the area and then, how it kind of changes when the game starts and the fans get loud and all that. So it's all great. And, I'm excited. I'm excited to get a change of scenery. So
And UConn is the basketball capital of the world. So this is probably going to be a tougher question, but we've had a lot of good people come through this university and put this Connecticut jersey on. And if you could put yourself in a starting five with four other past, present UConn Husky players, what would that starting lineup with you in it look like? Who would you want to play next to from any era, any team? Could be anybody that put that jersey on.
man, man, yeah, that's a hard question. I would say me, Rip, Ray Allen. I just man, I really only know guards, past guards. Um, no, I'll put put Reed in there, and then at my four, shoot.
You could say another guard. It could be like a blacktop squad that you gotta
Yeah, it could
Oh,
be
for real?
anybody. Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go.
We could,
I'll go. Castle. I'll go Castle. Go Castle.
it's a good five right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely just pick as many guards as you want, just outrun everybody. Wouldn't hate if that happened. But I mean, looking maybe backtrack a little, going into the Big East. I mean, the history of the Big East with all these basketball-oriented programs. There's no football in the Big East. Basketball is it for all of these schools, except UConn, of course, who has a football team. But what excites you most about playing in the Big East? Because like Andrew mentioned, your top five, you turned down like the Big Ten, the Big 12 for this opportunity. So what about the Big East stuck out to you?
Um. I mean, to be honest, like I wasn't looking so much at conference just because I know the competition level is just so high everywhere you go. And, especially just being UConn, you get everybody's best game. And so, but I am excited. I am excited to play Creighton. I will say that. Just because, my teammate right now, he's committed. So he's been talking about it. But, I'll be excited when that day comes when we play them. So,
Yeah, the Creighton game is always one of the most exciting every year for UConn because low key, the first few years in the Big East, they owned us. But hopefully, the trend of the past couple of years, they'll be able to pull it out. We'll maybe shift a little bit away from basketball here. I mean, you mentioned you're getting ready for the season. You probably that's majority of your time. But what are your best hobbies, or maybe some secrets people may not know about you outside of basketball, off the court that you enjoy doing?
um, man, I mean, I enjoy reading and watching anime. So that's just one of my off the court hobbies. Whenever I got the time, free time. Whenever I'm not in the gym, and I mean I be on the game. Not so much that I'm here, but when I'm home, I'm on the game pretty often. So I say that's really just my two main hobbies. I mean, other than that, I'm just stay at home type of dude. So
Yeah, I'm not someone who's really into anime, but I'm sure some of our listeners may be. What's your favorite? So maybe you have the same favorite as someone listening out there.
my favorite, shoot, uh. Top, I'll go top three. I'll go Naruto, of course. I'll go Bleach and then Chainsaw Man. That's my top three.
Awesome. I don't really know much about him, but I'm not hating it at all. Matt or Andrew, you guys got any maybe closing questions here?
Yeah, we focused away from basketball, like Connor said. So I got one that I sometimes ask people. So if you were stranded on an island for a week by yourself, just complete deserted island in the middle of the ocean, what five things, what necessities are you bringing to survive? Like some of your favorite stuff, like stuff you couldn't live without. I don't know if you've seen like the GQ videos with the stuff you couldn't live without. What are you bringing to that island to survive for that week?
For that week,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go like I'm gonna go a tent. Um, some way to like light a fire. Um, man, what kind? I gotta bring some type of candy. Just to get me through. Um, there's no point in bringing the phone. Um, I guess just a pillow and blanket, really. And I mean, we can go
Yeah, the
off on
survival
that.
stuff and candy.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let you slide saying some type of candy. What candy are you bringing to this island? Can't leave us hanging.
Uh, Gushers or Sour Patch Kids? Watermelon.
Mhm.
Watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
we've asked a couple of guys this before. But if you were to have to choose a final meal, just kind of like for whatever reason you have to choose one last meal, what would you choose? It could be as big and as crazy as you want it to be.
Um, I would I would have to go with any type of dish my dad cooks. Like my dad's a great cook, so like fried catfish or you say it can be his bit. Yeah, I'd take his catfish, the wings he makes, and his mac and cheese. Yeah, it'd be it. All of his homemade style plates. That'd be my last one.
Awesome. And kind of to wrap it up here, we'll go back to basketball for one more. What area of your game do you feel like you want to improve the most on for this high school season to maybe best prepare you for the college level next year and beyond?
I'd say definitely just shooting like beyond the arc off the dribble. Um, you know, I think off the catch and shoot, I'm really efficient. So just working in off the dribble behind the arc, just get that three down. Just get it comfortable and consistent.
Awesome. And maybe this isn't a question, but to close, finally, do you have a message maybe for UConn Nation? Maybe awaiting your arrival next year just to hype them up or something like that?
I can't wait to get there and just work my hardest and just prove that I'm meant to be.
Awesome. Well said. Well, Junior, thank you for your time. I know wasn't the longest, but we appreciate it. Andrew and Matt, of course, asking the question as well. You guys stay tuned for our next episode. We'll be recapping that big BYU game coming up. Junior, one last one. UConn or BYU this weekend as a Utah guy?
UConn, of course, of course.
Love it. Love it. All right. Thank you, Junior. And stay tuned for the next one.